Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we will talk about the usage, management, and handling of apparatus and materials. Before we get to know more, let's see what will happen if you don't have this knowledge.
High school lab fire injures 2 students. Girl in flames runs from school lab explosion. 2 students and teacher injured during science experiment. Lab accident sends teacher and students to hospital.
Before learning chemistry, you must know the rules, equipments, and their function and signs that are available in the laboratory. And as you can see on the right side, the example of laboratory rules poster.
Before doing an experiment, you must wear all the PPE. But what is PPE? PPE is a short form of personal protective equipment. This equipment serves to protect us from accident. It has safety goggles, face masks, laboratory shoes, gloves, and laboratory.
Do you know there's some safety equipment in laboratory that we can use if an accident occur or to prevent it from occur? Let's see what it is and their function. First, we have fume chamber, especially designed to carry out experiment that release toxic vapor, cause combustion or produce pungent smell. We also have fire extinguisher to use to extinguish fire in the laboratory. We also have hand wash station to remove chemical substance, oil, dirt, and microorganism from hands. And we also have safety shower to clean the body part that occurs in a chemical accident and can use to extinguish fire on clothes. And lastly, we have eye wash to wash and clean the eye when accidents occur on part of the eyes. That's all.
Did you know that different types of chemicals should be stored and disposed by using different methods? It's because different types of chemicals have its own dangers. Storage of chemicals. Reactive substance. It has to store in paraffin oil to prevent reaction with the moisture in the air. For hydrocarbons and organic solvents, it has to store in shady areas that far from the sunlight and heat sources. For substances that decompose easily, usually stored in special storage cabinets that are kept locked. For substances with pH higher than 5 and pH lower than 9, those substances decompose easily in the presence of light like liquid bromine and liquid chlorine are stored in dark bottles. For heavy metals and toxic substances should be kept in special labeled containers and kept in a locked room, the heat-free.
And for disposal of chemicals, for hydrogen peroxide, for low concentration, pour it directly in the laboratory sink. For high concentration, has to be diluted with water and sodium sulfide before being poured into the sink. Solid waste can be disposed into special containers. For volatile substance can store in closed containers and kept away from sun and heat. And for disposal of chemicals, for organic solvents and hydrocarbons, they should be kept in special containers made of glass or plastic. For substance with pH below 5 and over 9, should be kept in closed label containers during disposal. For heavy metal, put it in plastic bag and tie it carefully. Then, it can be disposed according to standard procedures. Lastly, for toxic substance, should be kept in plastic bag and be left to evaporate in the fume chamber.
What to do if an accident happens? Warning, don't be panicked. So there's some procedure we can use if an accident happens toward us in the science laboratory. First thing first, we need to inform our teacher or laboratory assistant immediately. Second, prohibit other students from entering the accident site. Third, stop the spill from spreading to other areas by using sand to bother it. 4. Clean the chemical spill with careful. Lastly, dispose the chemical spill by using the correct procedure.
Thermometer, the common device that we can find in a laboratory. If the mercury thermometer breaks, it's really dangerous. Although the mercury is minimal, it can poison the air. Steps to do the moment the mercury spill. First, inform your teacher or laboratory assistant. Second, prohibit other people from entering the site. Third, sprinkle sulfur powder to cover up the spill. And fourth, contact the fire and rescue department for further action.
Before doing an experiment, we must know about the apparatus in laboratory. First, microscope. Microscope used to magnify minute objects such as bacteria. Number 2, crucible. Crucible is a cup-shaped piece of laboratory equipment used to contain chemical compounds when heating them to very high temperatures. Number 3, double burette clamp. Double burette clamp specially to hold a secure a burette on a stand. Number 4, mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle used to prepare ingredients or substances by crushing and grinding them into a fine paste or powder. Number 5, glass rod. Glass rod used to mix chemicals and liquid for laboratory purpose. Number 6, pipette. Pipette used to measure out or transfer small quantities of liquid in volumes of milliliters or microliters. Number 7, beaker. Beaker used for mixing, stirring and heating chemical. Number 8, wire gauze. Wire gauze used to diffuse the heat to glass, helping to protect the glassware. Number 9, Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner used for combining a flammable gas with controlled amount of air before ignition. And number 10, test tube. Test tube used for containing small amount of chemical. Number 11, burette. Burette used to measure liquid accurately. And lastly, number 12, boiling tube. Boiling tube used for heating chemicals and withstand high temperature.
There are some signs in laboratory that we need to know. You can take a look at the photo beside.
Thank you. That's all from us. Homeroom 3 Jujur. Hope you guys enjoy the video.